Hello all and welcome to another episode of Trade of the Week. As you can see here, my wife Gold doing what she does best and we're literally just shifting. So we found this setup right here, found a 1 minute entry. Very precise entry. Okay, about what was it, 15 to 20 pip stop. And we had, as you can see, TP1, TP2, and potentially TP3 if we headed that low. Again, always think about the best case scenario. So TP1 is more realistic, TP2 again was kind of realistic, but I started thinking maybe we could get an entry around 1852, which as this video goes and you see why we was looking at that area. Okay, so how did it play out? Okay, as you can see, if you was watching gold this week, then you know it played out quite nicely. Okay, again, if you just understand the Wyckoff schematics and everything else going on around this, then you start to understand why we were looking at this entry in the first place. And again, we was thinking best case scenario, thinking if we head into this area or this area or this area potentially before we get our next bullish move. Because again, like I said, I am overall bullish on heavy metals like gold, silver, things like that. So very clean entry coming down, very good way to start the week. Okay, and then remember I was talking about the 1852 level. Okay, so 1852, we finally managed to hit TP1. Okay, kind of heading towards TP2. I've already taken about 80% of my partials out, leaving about 20% running from this area here, as I usually do. So twin traded, okay, TP1 is hit, and then the rest, I took partials, left 20% of my other running trade in here. So when it came down to this area, as you can see, I was very interested in potentially getting a buy. Okay, even though I did want it to come slightly lower, and I would have been happy for it to come slightly lower, but again, we focus on what's in front of us. So around this area, we had an order block, remorse candles, whatever you want to call it. And then we had IPA in here. Okay, 1852. I sent this out to the team already after sending out this one in the morning. Okay, so this day we sold down and then we bought up. Okay, so I already sent it out in the morning. And then this one come around York session. I said, don't be relying on those sales. I hope you're already taking some partials, blah, 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 as I always update the team. And then I said, let's watch out for 1852 potentially for the next bullish move. And then if it doesn't play out, then we were looking around 1848, 1845. So 1852 came into the nice IPA area. Okay. And then how did that play out? Okay. Boom. Sweet move. No more to be said about that. And then they are stacked up again a little bit more here. So trade of the week definitely was gold, up and down. Okay. It was starting down and then we went up. Very nice trades for the week. And by Wednesday or Thursday, I was really kind of done, and everything else was just a bonus. I caught a couple of trades on GJ, EU, and I actually had the print screen of the EU one for you right here. So it was a very good week all round in regards to our trades, but definitely I'll say this setup here. Okay, you only done TP1, but very clean, and then obviously this one to actually take us into doing magic like this. So all round, very great week. And those were my trades of the week specifically. We had other things I was looking at. Again, we see gold is still floating around this area. We had 1852, that's the level I was talking about just now. Could delete this now and this IPA. Okay, so I won't be surprised if we do come lower still into one of these kind of areas in here. Okay, I won't be surprised. So I'll be looking forward into next week to see how we're going to play out, because since we was here, if you guys remember me making a video, since we was here, I always said this was the main target and we finally hit it. So I'm just wondering, are we going to now react in here to drop back into about 1838 before we make our next bullish rally? Or maybe even around the 1800s again? And this is the entry I wanted about 3 weeks ago, but we didn't play off it and we just kept on going up. So overall, I am very bullish on metals, especially if you look at the fundamentals around it. Okay, and I've said to you guys before, or one of my videos, or maybe it was just to the team, okay, in the live group calls, I said I am bullish until we break here, okay, which is about 1680. Okay, until we break 1680, I am overall bullish. If we do break 1680, I think I've shown you guys my quarterly chart. Again, if you think about what do the big institutions or even financial institutions work by, or even just normal companies, everyone works by quarters, right? They do the analysis every 3 months and say, what have we done? Are we up? Are we down? Blah, blah, blah. So on a quarterly chart, this is 3 month chart, I always said if we do not take out this candle, then we potentially we could see 1300s, even 1200s, who knows, even 900. I mean, the world will have to be in a very bad place for that to happen, but it's possible. It's very possible. So yeah, just looking in and around this area, okay, is looking very interesting. If I flip it to this chart, you start to understand why we're looking at this. more kind of specifically. So yeah, you see that here. Let me flip to my monthly chart, where you can see the Wyckoff schematics more in detail. Okay, very clean. Okay, we've had this schematic going on since 2013, and we kind of completed it last year. As we all know, when COVID hit for the first time properly, then yeah, we've done all this craziness. So now I'm just thinking, can there be some rebalancing in and around these areas? But right now, overall bullish. But we'll see how things start to react in here. But like I said, long term, I won't be surprised if we do see 1300, maybe even 900, because we just got a lot of liquidity sitting here since 2010 and 2015. So it'll be very interesting to see how that plays out. Okay, and as well as being overall bullish on gold, things like GU still very bullish since we hit our all-time low. Okay, since 1985. Okay, since 1985, we had this that we was playing around here. Okay, we finally mitigated it. Okay, in again, surprise, March 2020, because that's when COVID hits. Boom, we hit that low. Since we hit that low in 2020, I said to everyone, this will be the main target for the next year or however long it takes. And it took exactly 11 months to get back into here for about 2,700 pips. Okay, was it 2,700s? Let's go. Okay, 2,300. Okay, I was thinking of something else in there. Okay, but 2,300 pips. Since then, we've just been buying into here. So now that we've finally mitigated out of here, I'm saying overall now I am still bullish on this to now come into these areas. Again, I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't need to know how it's going to happen. I just know it's going to happen at some point. Just like how in 2019, I saw these equal lows and I said, we're going to get a market crash. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know what's going to cause it. But guess what? We got COVID. COVID caused that. Boom. Mitigated since 1985. Okay, is always just understanding price action. Okay, yes, fundamentals are very interesting and understanding them is good, but price action is king. So in here now, 1, 2, 3, 4 months in a row, we've not respected this candle at all. So what do I expect? Where's the next target? Next target is here. Okay, we see, again, if you understand quarter point numbers, you understand these kind of sentimental numbers, the 2s, the 5s and 8s, this will be my next target. And then we've got IPA here. And then obviously we've got this specific candle that's taking out liquidity in 2014. So I'm seeing how price develops here. I wouldn't be mad if we got one more pullback into one of these kind of areas and then we make a next move, because again, obviously we make more money. Okay, but right now, overall, still bullish on that also. So those are some trades that I'm keeping a very close eye on. Okay, same thing with GJ. Okay, as you can see, my markups there. Did this last month. So yeah, as it's looking right now, yeah, we are doing as I expected. And yeah, got gaps in here. So long term, about 180. Again, if you just remember what I said about 2 minutes ago about these kind of numbers, you understand why my analysis is the way it is. And yeah, we've got a lot of potential to the upside. So yeah, those are the main things I'm focusing on right now, and they're looking very good. I hope you have had a great week so far. Again, if you do want any help, if you want any kind of groups or anything to join, you already know where to look. Just look at the link below this video, and then you'll know exactly what to do from there. So until next time, I hope you do have a great week, a profitable one, and we'll catch up real soon. Until next time, take care.